Bench press more at 24 than I can now, but I'll tell you what, I can hurt my chest way more now than I could when I was 24. One thing I love about Golds is like, you can use the same equipment that you see in Road to the Olympia in 1993 with Chris Cormier using it. Oh. Okay. One. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep. That's it. Come on now. Come on now. Crap. Come on, Joe. 7. Come on, Shannon. 8. Come on. Okay. Oh. Oh. So, what this is it's a modified version of the hammer strength decline that really allows a full chest contraction. We use it as a warm-up because you can put a lot of tension on the chest without really having to tax the rest of your body at all, and so you can get a lot of power right on the pecs. You'll notice our hips are up and pretty far forward. It's just changing the position so that you can really squeeze your scapula behind you and press through the front of your hands and really squeeze that chest together. And if your hips are back, you miss a good amount of that motion, but by lifting your hips and putting your body in position to take advantage of it all the way through and under good control as well. Hey, what's up guys? Doug Fruchey here at Golds Venice with Muscle Icon, training partner Big Will. Will Power.
What's up, Big Will?
What's up, baby?
Been with me through the thick and the thin. Anyway, we're under 10 days out from the Tampa Pro, and we're just doing some chest. Figured we'd show you some of the cool stuff with Golds. So you saw the decline modified. That's kind of an old school way of doing that, to use that hammer strength machine a different way. And then this is a Gym 80 super high tech, not yet, a super high tech fly machine, which we've really started like. Gym 80 is a German company. Not very much of this kind of equipment in the United States, but it's really pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. We're just getting to know it, but I figured we'd show this to you guys. Also get a good pump. Man, you have to be in exactly the right spot on stuff like this as far as the adjustment's concerned, but if you get it, man, it's really isolating. So you can put a lot of tension on it. Good. Come on. Good. Oh yeah. Big full chest. Full rest. Big full chest. Yep. Big full chest. Yep. Come on. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Let's go that way. That feels good. It really is. Come on, Joe. Oh yeah, exactly what we need out of that. Exactly what we need out of that. Good, Will. Keep that scapula back. Don't open it up. Yeah. Keep it in there. That's it. Squeeze the chest against itself. Keep the scapula back. Good. Nice. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Good. Now really keep the scapula back. I'm going to help you on this one. Keep that scap back. Nice. Oh. I just took a scissor. This spot from here. Oh. 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 Felt like a whole other exercise almost. It's nice because you really have the opportunity to find power in a fly, which I think a lot of young lifters really don't understand, like how to actually use their chest powerfully in a fly, which is the correct way the chest is really supposed to contract. But it's funny, we don't feel it inherently a lot of times. It takes time to learn it, that squeeze. But this, you're locked in. So as the weight gets heavier, you really have to push. And it's not often you get that in a fly. Or it's forced anyway.
How many sets you guys doing?
3 and then this one, so 4 total. But I always kind of look at this, even though we take a break in between, I always kind of look at this as like an extension of the last set, you know, because you're just squeezing a little bit lighter weight, taking on the last little bit. Man, really gives you the opportunity to like.
That was a 20, bro.
Squeeze it. I didn't count. Good. You have to make it harder like that for Willie because the chest is so fucking strong. We use this board here so that we don't have to hold the arch back. And our real goal is to squeeze our scapula against this the whole time. Kind of like we're trying to pinch up that fabric. And then to press. And you'll notice the hand grip's a little different, et cetera, et cetera. Oh my gosh. I know I really like this stuff, but that feels like sex. God.
Will.
Down. And down a little bit, right on the curve. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. Right there. Right there.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Right there. Good. The trick with chest that really helps keep the scapula down is if you think about pushing your body down through the machine, You're not pushing weight up, you're pushing yourself down from here, from your sternum. Good.
You know the person know what the sternum is.
After I do about 5, I'm gonna 2-part about 5, and then I'll go to count. All right, I'm in it. Oh.
One.
And that's a good one. That's a good one.
Doug, what'd you eat earlier before coming in to work out?
Today I had 6 eggs, my normal breakfast, just 6 hard-boiled eggs, 150 grams of oats, and 120 grams of blueberries. That's today so far. We're training early, which is one of my favorite. I like to train early, but then I only get the 1 meal. I used to wake up super early, but now we don't need to anymore.
2:30?
No more 2:30, man. I'm up at 4. Sleep in. Come on now. Show us, Willie. Like the strongest chest that anybody I've ever seen. Get it, get it. Yes. Good. Come on, Will. As a bodybuilder anyway, in my point of view, when it's important to go heavy and when it's not necessarily important to go heavy. This is one that, yeah, we're getting sets of 15, but if we were to go up any heavier, you really sacrifice form and the ability to even get anything out of it besides just moving the weight. And that's one thing I think we miss out on a lot, is sometimes it's better to just stay there and beat yourself up with the same hammer instead of changing hammers every time. You'll get more that way, I think, especially when it's later in the workout like this, when you're fatigued anyway. You're just gonna tax everything around your chest. Stay lighter and focus on the chest. One of the most important things. Bench press more at 24 than I can now, but I'll tell you what, I can hurt my chest way more now than I could when I was 24. You know, like, I had no idea how to move that thing. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Good case negative. Ready? You left it. Oh. No such thing as too much upper chest. I've always said, you want to be able to eat a sandwich off here with no hands. That would be like a dream come true.
You ever do that like with the
Put a beer can right there. I mean, Willie can do it. This guy. That show in Vegas is a little bit late in the year. He's there. Oh, this is going to feel really good.
Everything's built. Now we define it. There you go, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
My soul's getting tired, always running from the law. My brothers are getting by, we don't struggle anymore. If you love me how you love me, then love me a little more. If you love me how you love me, then love me a little more.
Give me that chest. You almost act like you see his chest move right there on that first rep.
Oh, yeah.
So you just kick that chest out, lean a little forward,
Oh, yeah.
and as you press down, you turn those elbows into it. and just squeeze that chest like you're pressing your body right up that way. And that's gonna hit the pec minor underneath the pec. So I'll move the chest, but not on the surface really, underneath up top. It's great for building the width on your front.
I'm never reading a book about that.
I don't think it'll matter.
We make a move and act a fool all up in the world. This is how we do. You know, like we do
Oh, you can just go. I always picture almonds. That's what you want to see on your chest. Almonds.
I'm banging with my hand up a dress like, I'm making fun, purple haze in my lungs, whole gang in the front, case a nigga wanna stun.
I'm with Lamborghini goes on that Escalade. Little pro, so it look like I'm riding on blades. In 1 year, man, my nigga so great. I have a straight bitch and the telly going both ways. Touch me, tease me, like doing some love. This is how we.
It's been great.
I tell you, it's fucking.
Push it to the limit. Golds Gym.
We better. The radio just told us that. All that food. Oh shit. Good morning. Party just started. Look, really squeezing. Solid now. I think hit the side check. Watch this. Even in clothes.
Jesus.
Plastic and everything.
Damn. Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
I'll feel it too much in my shoulder.
The dip?
That way.
Yeah. Keep it where you. That's a perfect example. He says at the weight he was at, he doesn't feel it in his shoulder, and his brain is able to separate between chest and shoulder, and he can choose which one to use. We have a limit to that, where it just becomes your body can move this weight, which is not what we're trying to do. We're craftsmen, not laborers. If you think about it, like there's all kinds of corny sayings, whatever, but you know what I mean.
That's a good one. I don't think I heard that before.
Craftsman, not labor. That's not me. Who was that? Lee Haney, right?
Right.
That was Lee Haney.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of good sayings, but I'm happy to use them.
Come on.
So many people here that are like super important to bodybuilding history. Like, Rico, over there in the blue, was fucking Flex and Chris's training partner in the 90s. Of course, you got Will Harris right here.
It's a monster right there.
What's up, man?
See, that's why we can't call him Big Will.
Oh, he's already got that
That's
taken,
Big
huh?
Will, so this is Thick Willie.
Oh, okay.
This is the last one, so we're gonna go for all the pump. The goal is to further connect with the muscle that you're trying to connect with. So it's like your chest. Every time you drop the weight because you can no longer feel it just in your chest. And now it's your responsibility to feel it even more in your chest and keep that control. That's what's really awesome about it, because it really intensifies as the weight gets lighter. Changes altogether. Yeah, he has been the world mountain bike champion for his age group for 25 years.
That's insane.
He's 80. Michael, how old are you? 81.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Wow.
Champion.
First close,
Still kick my ass.
and he reopened. He was out. He said coming back to Golds Gym was like finding a new girlfriend again. He was at the gate at 4 a.m. waiting for him to open. Wow.
Lean forward a little bit. Over your shoulders. So your hand this way, huh?
Right.
Oh man, that feels perfect, Will. Hit it. Hit right here, right? Oh yeah. Yes. There you go.
Hey, Jill. You know the old shit man. They be tricking, they tell them.
No,
So
it's
you
perfect.
notice here we finished chest. Powerlifting actually has this rule. It's the 3-to-1 rule. For every 3 pressing exercises you do, you need to do 1 pulling exercise to open your chest up, get the shoulders back. It's more of a health related thing. And you know, my shoulders, as I'm a pretty heavy presser, and my chest always stays closed like this, and so I'm always thinking about ways to keep it open, keep my shoulders healthy. Never want to be one of those guys that can't hold a squat bar, you know, stuff like that. And so I've kind of adopted that philosophy, but I'll do a superset of rear delts or the backside lateral head delts, whatever's feeling good. Superset with just a light row. And you don't need to get a huge pump. You know, you just want to activate those muscles back there and really focus on stretching your chest open after your chest workout. You will not regret taking the time to do this. And notice right now I'm focused on my rear delts, so I'm pulling up high. It really doesn't matter what row you do, just as long as it stretches your chest. Man, that's the perfect one too. Just keep it up high, yeah. There you go.
That's even harder when you lie in the weight.
Golds Gym. We build bodies.
It's like if someone got rich off this song. It's like, wow.
Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big, little weight. Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big, little weight. Body yada yada. See me in that dress and he felt like he almost tasted that. No, eat it up. Oh, play, okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hot.
Oh man. You notice I just kind of play with it sometimes just to get more and more stimulation out of it without raising the weight, especially if it's the last set. Just to keep my mind interested, to be honest. I feel like it helps us stay engaged when things change and play games, yourself, stuff like that. I know it's kind of unconventional, but it's always worked well for me. Seeing that's the other thing, I don't really ever pay like.
If it's me, all my bikinis, the quarantine, I'm very well.
Oh my God.
As you can tell.